Hello everyone, welcome to the second live of Jay. Let's do a quick test. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. Let's try again. Live and recording. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Matthew. I think we'll start this live with just a short presentation of the Codra and the leather, the materials. Then we'll move over straight away to the questions because you guys have tons of questions. And I think the best way to actually answer those questions is to show you exactly how I use J every day. Before that, just show you that we have here a leather J, Codra J, and a microfiber Joey. A lot of your questions asked about the differences between Joey and J. So we'll show that as well. Do you bring now a smaller one? I'm not excited about it. Florian, I'm not sure what you mean by the question, but we'll get to that. First, I know it's probably a little bit difficult to see the materials on camera, but I really wish you were here so you could see the quality. This is the Codra we use. It's super durable to abrasion, and it's treated with water repellent treatment. So we'll show you that as well. And this is the leather version. Again, sorry about the low quality, right? But the leather itself is extremely high quality. We only use top grain leather. But now, first, just to show you the J and go over all the features, I'll show you how I pack it every day. How I use it. So first things first, Jonathan just walked in. He's going to help me with the camera and lift the computer to the right height. I'll put Jay on my back and just let's first do a walk around of the suspension system. First of all, just to go over the suspension system again, here you have the continuous shoulder strap going from the midpoint on your back around and up your shoulder. That's on both sides. The special thing here is that you have no seam. Let's try looking for better lighting. Let's see. How's the lighting now? Can you see the suspension system properly, guys?
Bring all that.
Okay. No sound here. Not really? Okay. Yeah, so we're bringing better lighting. In the meantime, I'll keep on telling you about it. So we have 3 points of contact with your back. Better lighting now, right? Excellent. Excellent. So can you guys see now? That's really nice. Okay, so number 1, number 2, and number 3 down here. Let's try getting a closer look. Right. As you can see, no seams, so the continuous shoulder strap allows for better weight distribution across your shoulders. Additionally, we have 3 layers here. The first layer is this stretchy sports material that's antibacterial. Second layer is underneath it. It's soft open cell EVA foam, so it feels really nice on your back. The thickness is quite good. And on the top layer, beneath this material, we have a reinforced polypropylene strip going down, which keeps the structure and distributes the weight even better as well. Down the bottom, we have the hip pad, which also has the zipper inside for the passport or any other hidden documents you want to put in there. And we'll show you that soon. Now, I'll just put Jay on my back. Jonathan will lift the computer.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Jonathan.
Yeah.
And first, we'll just show you how it sits on the back. Yep. So you can see that the curved design actually fits. Yeah. So the curved design actually fits the back. And if we go to some of the features, we have the known hip straps. That's number one. And out of here, number two, super easy to take out and to clip on. It's a push buckle, so it also releases really easily. And when you want to put it back in place, you simply roll it back and tuck it in. That's it. That's super easy. Same thing with the sternum strap. So you can see we have 2 points here, 2 points of access. Let's go down a bit so we have better lighting. So we have 2 points of access, basically 2 sides of the sternum strap. And they both have this, this NIFCO buckle, which is really easy to remove. So you see I have a little holder here, a little puller, and just go like that and it's off. Putting it on, you have a railing, basically the same railing on both sides. So putting it on is just as easy as clipping it, and then it's on. And you can adjust the height as well. And another cool thing about it is it just sits here without bothering you too much. But if you want to take it off completely because you don't need it or whatever, you just pull both sides and it's off. And you can put it anywhere in your bag. Let's move over to the outer pockets of Jay. So I basically came here today from my office. So I have everything that I put inside in the morning. So I can show you first the huge supersized side pocket. So this is accessible when Jay is on your back as well, but it's enormous. So if you see the size of the mesh pocket here, right, which is basically all of this, the inner capacity of the side pocket is the same size as all of this mesh pocket. So just to show you what I fit in there today, I have a book, a physical book, Train Spotting. I have my Kindle because I have too many books that I read. And I have my wallet. I like putting it in here because I just reach back, open the zip, and take it out. And finally, my keys. This is a feature that we put on Jay that we really like, actually. We made the elastic holding the keys much more durable, but it's still very elastic, so you can pull it quite tight, and it has a lot of reach. So you can have it on here, unlock your door, and just put it back in. As for, let's move over to the top opening. So just to show you, pull down and it's open, right? And you saw I just threw it down. We had a question before. Someone asked, said that he has several bags like this, or not like this, with the opening sort of the same, with a clip, and that when he throws the top lid down, it doesn't always clip in place, and he has to sort of fiddle with it and play with it several times until it clips in place. Well, for this, we really wanted it to be satisfying. So I hope you heard that, guys. Let's try again. That's it. And it works 19 times out of 20, so no problem. Now, if you want to see just how strong it is, I just threw it down and clipped open. But if I try opening it, I really can't, and I have a lot of stuff in this bag. It's pretty heavy, right? So don't worry about the security. There is someone who asked a question about Joey. A small amount of the first production of Joey's had a slight production error where the fidlock, the lining around the fidlock ripped a bit. We didn't only fix that production error, we made it much stronger. It's virtually impossible to rip now, because inside, I hope we'll be able to see this, you can see this tab that's being outlined by my fingers. This is a tab that's basically part of the structure of J, going from the side all the way around to the other side. And this not only gives J's top opening a structure to keep it open in a nice way, and also let the clip really lock in place when you throw it down, but it also gives the fidlock incredible strength. A question here: would you release extra $99 backpacks in this live show? The simple answer is no, because the $99 reward was really for us. We just did that for only 99 backpacks, just to give people who are really part of our community that extra boost. But the $139 is still extremely cheap relative to how much this bag is going to cost on the market. Its starting price on retail will be at $179. But what you can do this live is actually get the bundle, Jay and Joey. And we have that for a really nice price for $339 right now, and it's only going to be live for 48 hours. So if you watch this live all the way through and you see the comparison between Jay and Joey and you like it, and you think you would like the both of them, that reward will be for you. I'll get to the next question, and then we'll show the inner compartment. So Vernon asks, for the big side pocket, can there be additional some internal organization partition instead of one big pocket? Well, for this side pocket, Vernon, it's a great question. We went for the huge pocket that can hold a lot of stuff. But we do offer a ton of organization regardless to that pocket in the other parts of J, which you'll see soon, and I think those will be enough. And the added pocket just gives you the added benefit of something of a large space to use. But let's move on to the internal. So as you can see, view at the moment, I have a scarf in there. It gets a bit cold here in the evenings. This is quite a big scarf. I won't open it up all the way, but you can see that it gets quite a lot of space. And I'll show you the inside again. You can see that because of the structure, it retains the structure. So you can still see inside. You can still see inside J, even though it's half empty, right? And another question that we had here was, will this structure here, the opening, be vulnerable to breaks because it's semi-rigid? Well, that's something we worked on a ton during the production, and no, it won't break. The worst thing that can happen to it is if you really put a lot of pressure on one point for an extended period of time, it'll stay in this shape just for a while because you had a pressure there. But the moment you fill the bag up and it gets shape again, it'll go right back to place. It's made of a special composite, so it doesn't break, but it has great bending qualities, and it still retains its shape. So you can see that I'm really playing around with it, and the middle part with the fidlock clip stays rigid, which is part of what gives it its great strength as well. But let's move on. I think the next thing I want to show you is the full side access. So as you can see, we have a puller, which is actually also a snap fastener. Now, this is an important part of the side access. So you can see I'm unsnapping it. Here's the snap, and zipping it all the way down. And full side access, right? Now, I hope you can see this. Basically, you get a side cut view of what I have in the laptop compartment. I'll show you that afterwards, and also talk about size and dimensions for the laptop compartment. Jaden, that's a great question. I'll answer that in just a minute. So I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro here. We had a question earlier on today about the size of the laptop compartment. Someone asked about an IBM computer that's very large, and if it can fit. The answer that we gave in the comments there was sort of questioning. We didn't want to say 100%, but now we actually checked, and the sizes did fit, and it can fit a workhorse computer. I'll just show you that besides the MacBook Pro 15-inch, I also have my notebook. But I'll show you even a step further. I'm going to take this enormous book. You can see how big it is here. And that fits really well too. So I just slip it in. And if you want that extra protection, you can put that on as well. And it's inside. I don't know many laptops today that are this size, let alone bigger than this book. But if you do have that kind of laptop, don't worry about it. Next, so apart from the computer and the notebook I just took out, and the book and the Kindle and the wallet and the keys that I had in the big side pocket, I have an extra sweater in here, and I have my Bose earphones. That's all I had in the main. That's all I had in the main compartment. But I can tell you that there was room for more there as well. But let's move on to the organizer. So I hope you guys can see. Actually, let's turn it upside down like we did. Yeah. Before that, I'll just show you that there's another pocket here in the front side, and it's a mesh pocket, and it reaches down really deep, all the way down, basically from here down to the bottom. And I put my pencil case in there. I have a ton of stuff there. That's what I put there. And Jonathan will just turn the bag inside out so we can show the organizer properly.
Hello, everyone. You can turn that.
This is a trade secret. We don't want you seeing it. Yeah. And don't try this at home, guys. Even though there's no problem. Okay.
All right, that's that. Nicely.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you. So this is basically how we did it for the film as well, for the Kickstarter movie. So you can see here that I have lots of stuff in here. I'll show you, and it's still far from being full. This mesh pocket doesn't have anything in it yet, but as you can see, it's pretty stretchy, and it has a zipper. So there's that. I have 2 pens here and pen holders. My mouse that I use and just stick in this little mesh pocket. There's another big mesh pocket right next to it. And in here, my notebook. That's the contents of my organizer, but you can fit many more things in there. Up here, so we don't forget, we also have another mesh pocket in the inner part of the top here. I put my markers in there, but just use your imagination. It's a pretty discreet pocket, so you can use you can put also like private stuff in there or whatever. Vernon asks, let's see, is there a zipper for that last side pocket you mentioned? Yes, if you mean the big side pocket, it does have, and we'll show that in a minute. But just moving on to the back of J, let's unzip it first. I'll show you on the leather version. Moving on to the back, the top lid also has a top lid zip, which has quite a lot of space as well. In my Kodra J, I put in there all my tech chargers. So I just open this one. Inside, I put my laptop charger and my phone charger. And I can tell you that many people asked about the rain cover. And if they do get a rain cover for the J, will it have a space to stow it? So it will. There's a clip here that you can clip your rain cover on, and it will have a special clip to clip on there as well. So that's the general rundown of the Kodra J. The leather J is exactly the same, except it's made from leather. And I'll just show it one more time for people who didn't come on in time at the beginning when I showed it. This is with the light refracting off it, and too bad you really can't see it up close because it's really top grade, premium, top grain leather. But I guess that's what leather is for, to feel it and touch it up close. Let's start going over some of you guys' questions. There are questions here in the chat, and there are questions that you've asked beforehand in the live. So we'll just go over that and answer them. Jeremy Lynn asks, how tall are you? I'm seriously average height, -1.78 m, which is in inches. Let's see, for the non-Europeans. We're looking at that now, but -1.78 m, I think that's like 5'8", 5'9", so pretty average. I love J. I use it for my everyday activities, and if I do something a little bit more robust or go fly somewhere, I use Joey, and we'll see that in a minute as well. Okay, Vernon asks about the big side pocket, because having one big pocket due to gravity, everything will just collect at the bottom. Well, that's a good concern, and that's why we have the huge side pocket for larger things. I mean, I use it for larger things, at least, like my book or my Kindle. I put my my wallet in there. Of course, I use the little key attachment to put my keys on as well. And if you need to stow smaller things, then you always have the top lid compartment. You have the inner top lid compartment right here. You have the mesh pockets, which we didn't even go over yet, which you can use. Another cool thing about the mesh pockets, I'm sure you guys saw this in the video as well. Let's raise the computer again. So this is basically a feature that we carried over from Joey, and it's a real fan favorite, where you basically have a bottom opening and a top opening for both sides of the mesh pocket. You just slide a bottle in there, and it's in. And contrary to some concerns that we see, it's in really firmly. You can really juggle this around and turn it upside down and inside out, and the bottle won't fall out. That's that. Thank you, Jonathan. Can I fit a DSLR camera? Simple question. Yes, it does fit a DSLR camera. We checked it with our equipment. We have basically the camera that we shot all our footage on. It's not a camera bag, so it doesn't have some of the features that you come to expect from bags specifically aimed at cameras. But I can tell you that our previous customers, especially customers of Joey, love using it for photography equipment because it's heavy, and we have the robust suspension system that takes care of those loads. So it definitely can fit for you if you're a photographer. Matthew Chu asks, is the leather version also easy to open up? Well, yeah, it's exactly the same as the Kodra version, just in leather, right? So same thing, the zippers work just as well, whatever. It's the same bag, same functionality, just in leather, and really nice leather as well. Severus asks, could you please show a larger or thicker laptop fit in the backpack? I'm really worried about the laptop compartment looking so small. So I think we just showed that. And is there anyone here that would like to see that again, or did everyone see it? Okay, no answer, but we will show it again, I guess. Jay, this is the Kodra version. I'll tell you what. This is the side view. This is my 15-inch MacBook Pro going in. So yeah, it fits thin nice thin computers, but also if you would have a brick for a computer and you would use it to do your pavement, like this one, right? This is bigger than a 15-inch computer. It's much, much thicker than anything I saw, especially the big IBM workhorses that some people have, but still fits in perfectly, right? I'll just show you all the way down. It's in there. Oh, and yeah, I'll show you that you can close the side up just as easily also when it's inside. So closed, that's basically the idea. Now let's see. How thick is the leather? Will it look worse with time? Okay, so this is also a question for the professionals. It's basically top grain leather sourced from the best cowhide that we can find, and it's specifically designed, or basically it's produced for high quality fashion wear. So it's the type of leather that only looks better with time and gets sort of a patina on it. I can show you the new version, which sort of looks, for people who know leather products and use leather bags as well, they know that at the beginning it sort of has this almost shiny patina to it. Over time it gets these little, it gets a suppleness to it, and it feels a bit softer and gets sort of a nice grain to it. Basically, it will only look better over time. That's what high quality leather products are meant to do. And because of our fashion designer who deals with these types of stuff, then we only source the best.
We'll talk about scratching, which is only down.
Oh yeah. The only difference usability-wise between the leather and the Kodra is basically scratches and abrasions. So Kodra, being a synthetic material, is a little bit more resistant to scratches and abrasion and scuffing and stuff like that. The leather, a little bit less so. Having said that, if you do buy a leather, don't buy it because you want premium durability. You buy it because you really like the leather. And in any case, the leather we source really is tested for great usability. Also as far as durability. Do you usually use the Kodra leather? So that's a great question. I love the Kodra. That's the one I use mostly. I actually have leather Joey at home, and I use it sort of, I don't know, maybe in special occasions. I don't know. I know that Efrat, fashion designer, she loves the leather and she walks around with that one. Her husband too. And Andreas, our marketing expert, also loves the leather one. So I guess it's a personal taste. Severus, thank you. I saw the book. It is really great. You showed the book. Thanks, Severus. I actually did it because of your question. Vernon asks, can you show your hand trying to slip into the top lid when it is so closed? That's a great question. This is a question about basically pickpockets and how safe it is to walk around with Jay and everything. Do you want to show it or should I show it?
I'll be the hand.
You'll be the hand.
Okay. I'll be that pick.
So say you're walking around with Jay and it's on your back, right?
Yeah. I'll say a few words about it.
Yeah.
Because I see that a lot of people are concerned by pickpocketing. We really tested, and it is basically what's hard to do about this bag is to combine the perfect functionality and accessibility together with security in terms of pickpocketing. We use this kind of buckle, which is not the regular one. I don't know any other, like a lot of companies using a magnetic buckle, but not exactly this one, which is not extremely intuitive when terms of when it comes to just opening it. Like every time that I give it to someone that don't know this bag, we try to just open it like this, and it will never succeed. You can play with it. It won't help. Even if you do it like this, it still won't open. The only way to do it correctly is basically pull your thumb above and take your fingers from beneath and just do this kind of
and
action.
then it opens like really easy.
And
Like,
that is
if you
very
know
easy, yeah.
if you know how to do it, then it's like nothing, right? But if you don't, then even if you pull it down, it doesn't.
The other point is when it is on your back, and for example, someone wants to grab out your computer, it'll be very hard to do so. We can just show it, I think.
Yeah, let's try showing it. So we're putting a computer inside.
Yeah, or even on the Kindle.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. And okay, so right, it's on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want it to actually be on the back?
Yeah, you want to show them exactly. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Maybe you can look at the computer. We can try to. I think
No,
you can stand. You can just walk.
Yeah.
You are just walking in the street. Yeah, trying to be as. Yeah, I'm the thief now. Yeah, so if I really tried,
It lifts up the whole
I can. Yeah.
Try.
I can try and put my hands in. It is possible.
It actually lifts the whole.
Taking something outside.
No way.
Without him noticing, I think it is almost impossible. But it is, yeah. But
It is important to say with a bag like this, we designed it to be basically really intuitive and easy to access. So there's always a trade-off somewhere. But we're really happy with it because if you're worried about pickpockets in some way, I mean they're super sophisticated. So even if you have a rip-proof bag, or if you have a zipper with a locker on it, eventually, if someone really wants to get inside it, they will. But we did make it difficult to understand how to open the fidlock. And we also did make the inner organization in general. We designed it especially so that if anything tries being pulled out, it's virtually impossible without opening the top lid. And again, opening the top lid is extremely difficult if you don't know how to do it, and if you're not doing it actually with this action. We do believe that if you want total security, as in a padlock on your backpack, then you should probably get Joey. But that's also different in terms of size and in other terms as well. So we'll just go over some last questions, and then we'll show the comparison with Joey as well. J leather version, Matthew asked, I showed it. If you guys still didn't see it, if someone still didn't see it, just write and we'll show it again. Let's see. Edward asked about the part between the magnetic snap and the fabric. It's easily broken with my Joey. Can it be improved on Jay? Thanks. Edward, that's what we said before as well. Completely improved, not only on Jay, but also on Joey. The fidlock is so firmly in place that I can lift the entire contents of this bag just with a puller. No problems. And we reinforced the whole area of the fidlock buckle to take more weight than what the bag itself can handle. So it will not happen. From the second version of Joey until now, we reiterated it so many times that it won't happen.
Without customer service.
Yeah. In any case, we're sorry that it did happen to you. And Edward, you can send an email to customercare@koala-gear.com, and we'll take care of it. No problem. It's only a small amount from the first production of Joey. So just send an email, we'll take care of it. Okay, let's see. Vernon asks, I've seen a few bags with somewhat similar method of closing the top lid. More often than not, in actual experience, the top lid is not secure enough. The lid doesn't lock immediately. And I need a few tries, lifting the top up and down numerous times to find the correct alignment of the lock before it snaps to it. Let's just do this a few times, yeah? 1, 2, 3. I can go on, but it snaps in every single time. That's what's so cool about this bag. It's so satisfying. Listen for the click, guys. Vernon asks again, is the base of the bag padded? Oh, yes, great question. Yeah, it is. We have open cell foam there at the bottom. Closed cell foam, which
called EPE.
Yeah, it's called EPE. You can look it up. It's different than the EVA foam that we have in the suspension system. I can't really show it to you properly, but I can just show you the bottom of the bag. But this area, but this area here is a cushion basically. It goes to the other side, and this is cushioned as well as, so like if you're worrying about your laptop or whatever taking falls, so it's cushioned from the bottom. It's cushioned from the back by a super sturdy suspension system with nice padding, and it's cushioned from the front as well with the organizer, which is also padded on both sides with a polypropylene board in the middle. Let's move over to Joey and show how it works and basically compare it to Jay. So I have this one. And I want to show the extension. So this is Joey fully extended. I'll just quickly take out what I have in there and show you how it is closed as well. All right, so just a pillow. Just putting the extension back in place. So this is Joey when it's closed. And as you can see, it has, Jay sort of pays homage to Joey's design. Let's show it. Right? This is the microfiber version. We also have a leather version. It's the same leather we use on Jay as well. Same big side pockets, mesh side pockets. By the way, this Joey is 2 years old, and it saw tons and tons and tons of flights, backpacking, everyday use. This has basically been my bag until I started testing Jay a month and a half ago. So we have the same fidlock here, and the big differences are, one, size. Joey is bigger than Jay. Does have the same suspension system as Jay, with a few small differences. Number one, it has load lifter straps as well, right? Which are these here. Anyone familiar with professional suspension systems knows that this is something that you use to adjust the weight on your shoulders. It extends. That is the second biggest change that the bag has, the biggest difference that Joey has over Jay. And it has some small changes also in its usability. So Joey also has reach back pockets or side pockets on both sides, but it has it on both sides. So the plus here is that you can use both sides as your pants pocket. The minus is that you don't have a huge side pocket over the whole side. It's only about that big on both sides. And you don't have a full side opening. Also from the front, it's super secure. So you have to open the top lid and open here to access the top. And these are basically the zippers that run all the way down the side as well. But you have an extra zipper in order to access the top. Now, when the top is closed, you have the laptop compartment behind it rather than inside. So laptop compartment is right here. Another important note about the side pockets, like I said, you do have one on each side, but the downside is, one, they're smaller, and number two, it doesn't give you the zipper that you have on Jay that you just pull all the way down and you have full side access. So basically you have sort of a partition on both sides right here before you have access into the bag. All right, so that's Joey's side zippers. Now, why is the laptop pocket behind the main bag? Because we think when you're going with Joey, you're traveling, you're going for a few days, you have lots of stuff packed inside. So the laptop is behind everything. If you have a bunch of clothes in here or something you want to keep separate from your laptop, that's possible. With J, it's a day pack. It's for your everyday carry. So you don't need you don't need that basically. Last thing, the extension. So I'm going to show you again. You have a little thing here, and the extension comes out really easily. And I'll try going back a little bit. You can see that it extends all the way up here. And I'll just show you a pillow going in so you can see how it works. So you can see this fits quite a lot inside it. It's much more robust than J and fits more things inside. I stuffed an enormous pillow inside. I also stuffed my sweater, my huge scarf as well. Yeah. Now the extension folds backwards on itself, and then from the top pocket right here, you have a nice strap, comes out and over, and clips into the fidlock. You use this strap to tighten it down, and there it is. Now with Joey full, it really does have a lot of room, right? So it goes from 25 to 40 liters. It's an extra 15 liters of room, and it's really built for multi-day carry or for lots of things. J, on the other hand, is much smaller. Let's put them side by side. Maybe you want to hold this one up? Yeah. Right. So that's Joey fully open, right? We can
Joey, regular Joey.
This is Joey fully closed. You can see the difference in sizes. Let's see from behind.
Yep.
Right. You can see the different sizes. Yeah, thanks. So, before we move on to the next question, salutations. Another question from Vernon. Is the notebook compartment elevated from the base of the bag? This is to prevent damage from the notebook when the base of the bag lands on the floor, not too gently. So as we showed just before, the bottom of J is padded with a closed cell foam padding, which is specifically designed to take concussions that you can get to your laptop. And it's also padded from the back and the front, so you have padding all over. I wouldn't worry about the laptop. Vernon, photos of the J's organizer is shown, but not the opposite side. What kind of organization is provided? That's a really great question. I think we showed that just before. I'll open the side up. And Jonathan will turn it upside down, and we'll show you what you have on the front as well. It's a great question, Vernon. In the meantime, Moshe asks, will J come with a rain cover like Joey? Although J is water repellent, you did write that heavy rain will penetrate the bag. Please add a rain cover, maybe as a stretch goal. That's a great question. So about water repellency, maybe we'll do a little test in a minute with some water and show you exactly what happens and what doesn't happen when you put water on the bag. But to answer your question, we will sell branded rain covers for really discounted prices after the campaign. Although, really, unless you live in a really rain-heavy area, you won't need the rain cover. We will definitely consider adding it as a stretch goal, but that's for the future. We'll see. Yeah. Vernon asks again, I know I have a lot of questions. That's okay, Vernon. Some may not even be a comparison to Joey, but all of this question stems from more than 20 years of carrying a EDC backpack, everyday carry backpack for you guys who don't recognize. So all this observation I had to make a better backpack even better. Thanks. Thank you, Vernon. So, does the top handle stick out? My previous bag, the Tonka Andro 20, had a neat feature for the top handle, which I love. Somewhat lower itself so it does not stick out, making urban carry look better. The answer is yes. The carry handle does sort of give you great carrying, and it's padded as well. So it feels good and it gives lots of heft to it. But when it's off your back, as you can see here, it sort of tends to remain down, or sort of at least level. So
Here you can see.
yeah. Right. So let's answer the last question about the other side of the organizer, basically the front side of the bag. So this is the bag turned inside out. Don't try this at home, please. This is the organizer. This is the front, and you can see that the front has a really large mesh pocket. I would say it's pretty huge actually. So you can put your hand in all the way down and see it's also stretchy, right? So I put my pencil case in there, which is pretty hefty. And it fits really nicely inside. You can fit a ton more than that. So basically, whatever you can think of, umbrella, water bottle, small lunchbox, whatever. Vernon asks again, due to the main side opening on the left, unlike Joey, having a side access pocket on the left side is not possible as things will drop out from the main compartment. However, if there are two zippers on the left side, somewhat similar to Joey, it can still act as a small side access pocket. Okay, I get what you're asking. You're saying, why didn't you add a second zipper at the bottom of the big access pocket in order to lift it from the bottom, from the top as well as the bottom, right? Well, the simple answer to that is it's not needed. This pocket is so huge and it curves down and then up again. It's basically the whole surface area of this mesh pocket is also the size of the inner pocket. So I'll just show you. If I'm opening this big side pocket, just see where my hand reaches in, all the way there and down the bottom too. You can see the edges of my fingers there. So this pocket is really, really enormous. With Joey, the pocket does have a small incline. So if you open it from the bottom, things may fall out if they're just at the tip. But in this pocket, in this big side pocket, you don't really have a worry of things falling out. Plus, you have the key holder, so if you have something specific you want to clip on there, you can do that as well. Can the metal buckle at the shoulder straps be black? That's an interesting question. At the moment, no. Can the buckles be black? This is the design of Jay. We feel that we have so much black on black here. The only pieces we have that give sort of a different vibe is our koala puller here and the buckles down here. We love the design. We hope you love it too. Referring to my question, if the bag can stand upright on its own. Not really. If it's full and you have something heavy down the bottom, then it could, because you can see that it's almost level. But in general, it has sort of a curved shape, so it tends to sort of lean forwards a bit. I find it doesn't really bug me because it's actually comfortable leaning it on my leg if I'm sitting down or something like that. I know that for some people it can be a little bit aggravating, but for us, it's part of the design. Again, if you do have something heavy inside, like a book down the bottom, then it will keep its shape and stand upright. But that's like any bag, I think, that has a flat bottom. Vernon asks, this is basically quoting us, an integrated flexible ring allows J to hold its shape when open. If the bag got squashed, will it still spring back into shape, or will the ring get damaged? So the easy answer to that is it's super durable, and even if you twist it and pull it and try to break it, it won't break. I'm showing it to you here, but it's important that you know that it's made out of a special polymer that is designed to keep its shape even when bent. The worst thing that can happen is if it's under a lot of pressure and a lot of weight for a long time, like this. It might stay in a little bit of a shape, but the moment you fill the bag up and it goes back to its shape, then within a few minutes it'll retain its original shape. Vernon asks, "Oh, let's do the water thing." We want to show you. We got a lot of questions about water repellency. So what we're doing now is we're going to go to the shower, and we're going to put a bunch of paper towels inside J, run water over the bag, and then open it and show you that everything is dry. Let's go. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, as you can see, we have
Shower.
J in the shower.
And we take dry
dry paper towels, right? Yeah. And stuffing them inside.
everything, yeah.
Well, let's do some more. Let's do some more paper towels. Okay. So now Jonathan is running water over J. Look at that. Let's get a bit closer. Right. And we'll give it a while. We'll give it a few minutes.
After it goes to the beauty salon?
Yeah. Guys, Jonathan is like seriously drenching J here.
I think it's enough.
From up close as well. A nice shower. Okay, let's give it a rest. We'll just
after Typhoon or something.
Yeah, we'll just if you're in a short shower of rain and yeah. So you can see it's completely soaking wet. We're showing this live, so if it doesn't work out, we'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Completely dry, right?
Yeah.
Like seriously. Can you hear the rustle? Can you show the inside just to show them that it's actually dry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can. Let's go to the light and show you that the inside is really dry. So we want to show you that the inside of J is really dry after we just ran a shower over it for, I think, about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. Jonathan? Yeah, bring it. We'll bring it quickly. Jonathan doesn't want to drip on the nice floor here in the studio, but come on. Yeah. So,
Okay.
hang on.
I can turn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just take a look at the inside. There's no water droplets in there Just really want to show every side of it from the inside so you see what we mean when we talk about water repellent.
Yeah, that said,
yeah. That being said, please take note. Yeah.
We are thinking about providing a rain cover in the future, like as an add-on or something like that. For the guys that, I don't know, living in typhoon areas or where you have a very strong wind or stuff like that, in this kind of extreme storm, we do recommend to use we will recommend to use a rain cover, but for every average rain, like what we show, it was kind of heavy, no needed.
Yeah. Again, there will also be branded Koala-Gear rain covers available in the survey stage for really discounted prices. And if we reach a certain goal in the campaign, we also might decide to offer it as a stretch goal. But that's in the future, and we'll see what happens. We still have 28 days to go. Janice, let's see. Janice asks, since there's no integrated pass-through trolley sleeve, if you wanted to put it on your suitcase when you're traveling and didn't want to wear the backpack, is there a way to do so without having that? Janice, yes, there is. I hope you're there watching. This is what I did when I went overseas for a couple of days just now. So you have the sternum strap. And if you put the sternum strap on both sides, it's a little. This is the bag we just had a shower, so it's a little bit wet, but fine. If you put the sternum strap on both sides and pull it closed, then you can basically put Jay on your trolley sideways, like that. And if you close the sternum strap like that and the bottom straps, it's quite tight. So it'll fit nicely on a trolley, and you can just use that. Asaf asks, is J Machine Washable? Okay, J is not machine washable. Please take care when you wash your J. When you receive J, you will get it with specific cleaning instructions. Usually if it's just dust or some dirt, you can use a wet cloth. That's no problem. If you want to clean it from the inside, then we recommend hand wash methods. Again, you'll have all the explanations when you receive J at home. Now, guys, I'm sort of getting ready to wrap this up, unless there are any special questions left. If there are, please write them now, or, well, don't forever hold your peace. We'll probably have another live before the end of the campaign, but this is a good time to ask questions. Let's see. Okay, we do have another couple of questions. Jaden asks, is it comfortable to carry J in front? Yeah, I think so. Let's give it a try. So I'm gonna put it in front. Just put it at the right length for me. If I'm holding J in front like that, I think it's just like any other backpack. It's quite all right. It's fine. There was a question before that asked about opening J. If you're sitting on the bus and you want to open your bag, wouldn't the top lid obstruct your view? If you're holding it this way, wouldn't it obstruct your view and you won't be able to get inside? The question is no. The answer is no. It won't obstruct your view. You just open it, and it opens like all the way, like a clam. So you have access to the front. If you want to pull out your computer or whatever, no problem. And again, it clicks shut satisfyingly. Next question. Severus, how much weight can J handle if you are talking about it. I will talk about it since you asked. So we still didn't find a breaking point for J. I can't say that you can put any weight in it because that wouldn't be true. Obviously, at some point it'll break. But something that's really important for us to show. The back support system on this thing is almost, I'm saying almost, overkill. It's so good. We used it on Joey for several production iterations already, and you can see on our campaign page that people give it great praise. And we only improved it for this design, and basically this is the part that takes the most weight. And because we don't have any seams between the shoulder straps and the back, and because we don't have, and because we have continuous straps and a big lumbar support here, it can take a lot of weight. Now, if you're worried about seams, zippers, and all that kind of stuff, there's a reason that we work only with premium, award-winning manufacturers such as Nifco, Duraflex, YKK, and with the best factories in the area with the highest awards that factories can get as far as quality and work fairness. It's important to us that the workers have fair work conditions and that the quality is done at the highest level. That's why we love showing you our products up close. And again, I wish that we had an HD camera so that we could show you the details. But that's why we tried providing as much high-res photos and GIFs on our campaign page so that you can really see the details and see what quality craftsmanship is. That's our goal with all our products. Let's see the next question. So Severus, just to wrap up, I had in there my laptop, Kindle, 3 books, pens, pencil case, chargers, sweater, a scarf, notebook. I mean, it isn't even close to being at maximum capacity as far as weight. So I don't think that's something you'll have to worry about at all. I think that J's size is that with what you can fit inside, you can't really reach the maximum weight where it breaks down unless you run over it with a tractor. I don't know. Severus, you showed the key holders before. Is it somewhat separated from the rest of the compartment for protection if you have the Kindle in it? So that's a great question. And we thought of that when we designed the big pocket. We specifically put the elastic part on the outside bit, the outside flap, so that you know when you reach back, first of all, you don't, sometimes you can, if it's on the inside, you can reach back, and because of the movement, you put the keys, you put the band around whatever you have inside, so then you can't take the stuff out without pulling on the keys. So with here, when you reach your hand back, the natural way of putting it inside is on the side, so that it doesn't get caught up with the rest of your things. Plus, if you have a Kindle in there, usually because the elastic is quite short when it's not pulled, and it's really close to the opening, then a Kindle goes all the way in. A Kindle goes like all the way to there, so it won't reach all the way to the keys. So the keys won't scratch it. If you want to be extra safe, just put the Kindle the other way around, or put a book in there and then the Kindle, like I do. Yeah, or in a case, like most people have. Question from Vernon. The J in the shower is Codra or leather version? It was the Codra version, Vernon. The Codra is treated for water repellency. The leather isn't treated for water repellency because it's naturally water resistant. Leather doesn't absorb water, so you don't have to worry about that. The real trick here was getting the Codra version to be water repellent, and that's why we showed you the Codra version, because that's the real trick. Vernon says, Roger, all good. Will the outside be damp or dry? How fast will it dry out? So because the Codra is treated with a water repellent solution, which binds on a molecular level, so most of the water just runs off. Do we have the Codra? Yeah. Can I have the Codra that was wet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still wet.
So if you look at it from up close, I hope you can see it well enough. It's a little bit damp, right? But it's not soaking wet because of the water repellent treatment. If you leave it in a relatively dry place for 20 minutes, half an hour, it'll dry out completely. It's just a little bit damp, but it had a really hard shower, right? I'm filling it just to try showing you. I mean, my hand is quite dry. The bag itself is a little bit damp, but again, if you put it in a dry place, it should dry out pretty quickly. Okay, video is now back. Yassim Al-Bouarki is asking, is it possible to access J from the left? So on the left, we have the full side access zipper. So when J is on your back, right, the right is easily accessible, right? See, it's just, that's the reach back pocket. When it's, if you're looking at the left, right, the left has the big zipper on it. So it has to be off your back. Yeah. Oh, but you can actually also do it this way. So if it's on your left, you can just hang it off one shoulder and just reach back and reach inside. So you can also access it on your left. We actually show that in the Kickstarter video as well. So you just hang it off one shoulder and zip it open, and you have full access as well. Vernon asks, does the shoulder straps have slot for cards? If not, can include. That's a good question. It doesn't include a specific slot for cards on the shoulder strap. You do have that in other places. On the shoulder strap itself, you have this earphone holder. On this side, same on this side. I sometimes use it to put a pen inside or a marker or something like that. Earphones, glasses can go in there as well. As far as the card slot, I usually use the reach back pocket or the mesh pocket, or I use the top lid pocket. Or if you want quick access when it's on your back, you can use the passport pocket as well, which we didn't speak about, but it's here too. Actually, in this one, I have my passport, so I can show you. Right, so this is sort of the hidden pocket that you can't see, but have the passport there. Simon says, could you show how you take out your keys and wallet when it's on your back? Yes, great question. Let's do that. So Jay is on my back right now. And this is the side pocket, right? So I just opened it, and here is the key holder. Do we have keys? Let's find the keys. Right, so the key holder, bag's on the back. I'm putting the keys on it, in there. Keys inside and zipper closed, right? And if I want to take them out again, I just unzip, and there's the keys, and they're out. So the key strap is pretty easy to use. Simon, both straps are on. Was that good for you, or do you want to see it again? Looks great. Excellent. Thank you, Simon. Guys, any other questions? Let's look at the Q&A, see if there's anything else there. Seems good. And the live chat. So Severus is good. I'm good. Thanks for answering. Thanks, Severus. Guys, I just want to remind you that if you did like what you saw with Joey, or you think someone else may like, or your friends, first of all, this live video will be available for 48 hours after it ends. So you can just go into the campaign page and play it, replay it, and see all the details, or show the details to your friends if they're unconvinced. And if you think that you need both a Jay and a Joey, or you need a Jay and a friend needs a Joey, or the other way around, whatever, you get the drift. We have, for the next 48 hours only, and only limited to 20 bundles because we're really running low on stock, we have a Jay and Joey bundle for $339. This is the this is the lowest price that this bundle will be offered ever, because I don't think we'll be offering Joey and Jay for these kinds of prices again together. If you're worried about shipping times, so the Joey will ship immediately after the campaign ends. The Jay will take until June 2019, like we said. But that's a really great bundle, and it's only available for 48 hours. If you know someone who would be interested in it, you're welcome to share as well. I think that sort of wraps it up. Jonathan, if you're good, all good. I'm good too. Thank you very much for being with us in this quite long live chat, guys. I enjoyed it. I really hope that you managed to see all the features of Jay and Joey as well. If you have any follow-up questions, don't hesitate to write them in the comments or in a direct message on Kickstarter, or write directly to customercare@koala-gear.com. We're always there for you. You can always just go into our Facebook page and also use the messenger. But if you're already hearing this, just shoot us a question on Kickstarter and we'll answer straight away. Thanks, guys. Really great talking to you. Bye-bye.